Hi guys, Nick Ambrosino here from nickambrozzino.com, and I hope this week's episode of Inspirational Caffeine finds you having a wonderful week and enjoying your life. This week's episode is perfect for teachers and parents and sales managers, or anyone whose job it is to nurture someone to their fullest potential. And the important distinction here is the difference between nurturing and forcing. And this was made really clear to me a while back when I was on a trip in Pennsylvania. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen fresh fudge being made, but it's a pretty cool process. So the fudge is boiled into a vat or warmed so that it becomes a liquid. And there's this big granite table in the middle of the room that's really cold. And the granite table has no lip on it, just a big slab of granite. And the fudge maker comes and he pours the fudge right into the middle of the granite. And you can imagine this liquid fudge starts to spread and it starts to go towards the edge of the granite. And he walks around very calmly and rather slowly and gently and simply takes the fudge that's falling off the edge of the granite and pushes it back to the middle of the table. And he continues to walk around this rectangular piece of granite until the fudge stops running off the sides, but it's still not completely cooled. So he starts to gently push the sides in to form it, and the fudge starts to create this form until it becomes this perfect piece of rectangular cooled fudge. And when it's settled at its own pace, he then chops it into the pieces that can be consumed by the customers. The thing that struck me so cool about this process is he kept walking around just training the fudge to stay on the table, training the fudge. He had no negative emotions to it. He just walked and he gently pushed the fudge into the middle. And I realized that as a great parent or a great teacher or a great sales manager, that's really the best way for us to do our jobs, is to gently walk around and continue to nudge the student or our child or that salesperson in the right direction. Continue to push it. Don't bring any of our own frustrations to the process. Allow them to move at a pace that's comfortable for them. You know, a lot of times that fudge is running off and he just keeps putting it back on, just like many times a plane en route to its destination is off course. And the pilot doesn't make this huge adjustment, just constantly makes small adjustments until the plane arrives exactly where it's supposed to be, or until the fudge is formed into the perfect slab. So this week, if your job is to nurture someone to their fullest potential, my challenge to you is to be compassionate, to do it with kindness, and to gently nudge him into place, as opposed to forcing the issue. Remember, always focus on what you want. Have a wonderful week.